We're here day 8 of the government shutdown.
Right.
You've covered these before.
Yeah.
How is this one different? Where is it going? What's the latest you're getting?
This is an unusual shutdown for a few reasons. Folks think we have shutdowns all the time. I think that's because we've had a lot of threats of shutdowns, but it is actually rare to have a shutdown that is as far-reaching. The last time we had a major shutdown, 2018, 2019, veterans staff and also the military staff were not part of that shutdown. They were funded. This time now, we have active duty troops, civilian people who work at the Department of Defense, they're not being paid. And so that really extends the scope of this much farther.
So we've been seeing that play out. You've been covering these daily press conferences.
Yeah.
That's what we see in front of the cameras. Behind the scenes, do you think that there are actual negotiations going on, or is it really just as deadlocked as we think it is?
I think it is very deadlocked. I think there was a moment last week where one group of senators was on the Senate floor actually talking to one another, understanding each other's points of view. And for a few hours, honestly, that looked like it was going to become real conversation, at least among senators, but now it's not. And I think it's because the Republican senator involved, Mike Rounds of South Dakota, he's seen as someone that people trust, but he went on the air with us, as some of your viewers might have seen, the next day saying, no, there won't be real negotiations until government is back open. And you might get the riddle here. The Republicans are saying, we won't talk to you about healthcare until government is open. I just came from sitting with Chuck Schumer, the Democratic leader. He said, we won't reopen government until there are negotiations. So those two things don't work.
What do you think is going to be the thing that breaks this, essentially? I mean, we're going to see more air traffic controllers walk off the job, TSA go off the job, people missing their paychecks on Friday, really just clamoring for Congress to do something. Is that what's going to take to see something move?
You know, you hit all of the good points. I think people will watch, of course, any air delays, but I think it's the paychecks that will matter, especially when the troops miss a big paycheck. Some people will miss a partial paycheck this week, but it's as those bigger paychecks are missed starting a week from this Friday. And something else to watch for is funding. If there's funding problems with like women, infant and children, those kinds of programs. But the problem with all that, of course, is that probably is still another week and a half, maybe more away, that pressure really builds up. I just don't know when this is again. I don't see it. I don't see enough pressure mounting soon. But the news cycle, as we know, is very unpredictable.
Lisa Desjardins.